Hello friends and greetings for today. Welcome back to another tutorial. Not exactly the closing notes of this particular playlist. Of course, so far we have been through all the tutorials and have covered everything related to this examination. And it's time for us to talk some of the wrapping text and certainly closing notes which will help you to prepare well for this examination and what exactly is the overall examination structure once again. Well, to talk about this particular entire session, it has been really interesting to prepare the overall tutorials. I'm pretty sure you would have enjoyed at this point of time learning and exploring a lot of details about the test manager skills, activities, and the whole process of test management. But at the same time, certainly this new syllabus is very limited compared to that of the old syllabus. So you may have very specific, straightforward, and very relative content which you have been through. But at the same time, it is very important for you to go through every single detail because when it comes to ISTQB examination, every single detail matters because that can be one of the component as a part of your examination. Very simply, we should not be ignoring any simple keyword, any specific terminology, or the process itself and various classifications which are covered throughout this entire session. However, we know that we have been through ISTQB Foundation syllabus by now, and being certified, we know what are the basic tricks and various compositions of the questions which are created. But given that you are in test manager certification, you would have a lot of scenario-based questions. So scenario-based questions are not so easy. So as you read the scenario-based questions, you must start collecting some of the important keywords. And for that, you need to recall that what have you covered in the syllabus. As a part of the syllabus, you remember a lot of things. So what you think is important while you're reading the passage can be written aside so that you don't have to read a particular passage again and again. At the same time, when you are talking about dealing with these scenario-based questions, remember, many questions would be given on common scenarios. For example, one dedicated scenario may have 5 questions from there. And that is where you should look forward to see that you answer all the 5 questions in a go. So it's not that every single question will have an independent scenario. A common scenario may have 5 questions to answer. So that's where you can get some of the concession on your hectic scenario reading part. But at the same time, if you collect a lot of keywords from the scenario, it would further reduce your effort because the timeline and time management would be equally important during the examination. So far, we have understood the content and we have understood some of the sample question, but certainly we have never worked on the time management. So by picking up some of the questions and keeping a time watch next to you, that would be of great help, right? So that's something more important to understand. And rest is the more you know the syllabus, the better you understand it. Let me also convey you this message that there are no dumps for this examination. In fact, nobody can give you, as this is something new released in the market. There is hardly any possibility that people can create a scenario-based examination mock paper. So there is only one mock paper which is officially available on ISTQB, and kindly rely on that one mock paper. Remember, when it comes to concept-based certifications, there are no boundaries and limits to ask you a question. Thus, there could not be any possibility of dumps which can help you to succeed in this examination rather than believing and behaving like a test manager. So the more you know about the concepts, the more you know about the skills of the test manager and what is our involvement throughout the test process, that is the only key to success. Trust me, there are no websites which can help you with any kind of sample paper which are according to the examination pattern. Now, quickly to wrap up on this, of course, once again, we have covered a version 3.0 of test management. Earlier it was called as test manager and now it's being called as test management. The chapter-wise breakup is right here. Of course, chapter 1 has 26 questions with 46 points being awarded to that. Chapter 2 will have 15 questions with 27 points rewarded to that. And chapter 3 will have 9 questions with 15 points rewarded to that. So put together, you will have number of 50 questions being asked in the examination. Total marks possible is 88 and the passing criteria remains the same, that is 65%, which is 58 out of 88. And exam length will be 120 and 25% extra time will be given to the people from non-native language. So 120 minutes certainly means 2 hours of the time, which certainly should be kept very smartly to deal with these 50 questions. So I think we have made it very clear to all of you to understand that what exactly is needed at every single tutorial and every time we discuss on some of the sample papers. So most of the tips and tricks have been covered there itself. But still, should you have any things, you know exactly how to reach out to me. You'll have my LinkedIn and other details right in the description of every single video. So you can just click on the description and you can connect with me on LinkedIn. And at the end, you will also have the options to follow me on Instagram, connect me with there, and even you have a TopMate account at the description details. So if you want to connect one-on-one with me, would you like to have a full formal session with me, you can obviously connect with me on TopMate or drop a request to me on LinkedIn, and I would be happy to assist you thereafter. So thank you so much once again for having been here till the end of this tutorial and this playlist. And I'm really glad that I could do something really great for all of you. And I hope my tutorials were helpful in your preparation. Do let us know about your success and details of your results so that we can happily celebrate with all other our followers and learners from our channel. So once again and final, that's all from this particular tutorial team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching the video, team, and happy learning.